Good evening, everyone. Today is December the 20th. I was supposed to record on Friday, but I had some business and things to get out of the way. But I made it my promise to get this show aired this weekend. Today is episode 16, and I thank all of my listeners and everyone who has been in communication with us, who has been watching us, listening to us on YouTube, and going to our Instagram and communicating with us on different topics they would love to hear us talk about. Today's topic is from me. And I am going to record again in a day or two, and I'm going to do a topic that one of the listeners requested. But today is a topic that I chose to talk about, and that is stop hurting yourself. Learn from past experiences. Stop hurting yourself. I think so many times we seem to try to commit to situations or to attach ourselves to those that show signs that they aren't ready for what it is we are ready for. So many times and so often we try to force the hand of Mother Nature or Cupid, as they would say, and try to force those to love what we feel is lovable about ourselves, and they're incapable of doing so. They're not able to love because them themselves are dealing with insecurities. Them themselves are looking for that attachment to someone that is not of their, what could I say, statue level, rankings, or what. They are loving someone who don't even look at them in that way. Sometimes we want too much of what we can't have, and we miss out on what we do have. And we miss out on that blessing that is right there before us. So many times we try to make people see the good in us and how worthy we are of love that we stop paying attention to who's important. And it's you. Once you stop feeding yourself positivity, stop feeding yourself motivation, determination, love, and encouraging yourself and giving yourself your all and start trying to put your all into pursuing something that isn't worth pursuing, then you lose yourself. If you give someone the opportunity to break you down mentally, because it breaks you spiritually and mentally and emotionally when you sit and try to give yourself to someone and or force something with someone or either get attached to someone who is at the time not giving you that same energy. Now, I know some of you may say, well, it's just all cool. Is it? Is it cool to pretend like it's all right to continue giving so much of yourself to someone who is basically using you for spare time? I'm no one's spare tire. I'm no one's in between time in the meantime because I have too much to offer. I am too much of a good woman to be someone's in between a playtime or play toy. I was in a relationship, I was committed. Oh my gosh, it was 15 years off and on that I dealt with that situation. 15 years, He was my best friend, and at the same time, he was my problem. I never had a man that loved my kids as if they was his own, because I was previously married, and going into the relationship, I had 3 kids. They were all young. I had kids young, and so it was overwhelming to be a single mother, but I can't say I did that. I was in school, working full-time, seeing about my kids. Their father, brokenhearted because the marriage didn't work, and so he was not involved. God sent me a man, a Gemini. There's 2 sides to this story, just like there's 2 sides to that man. And he was an awesome father to kids that didn't bear his blood or his last name. You could not tell. I think the thing was, he was so much of a ladies' man. When we got together, it was funny because he was working and I had became ill. Funny story, I was pregnant with my third child when I filed for when our divorce was filed, and I was awaiting the divorce trial for my kid's father. And I'm so sorry, not the divorce trial, the divorce hearing. And I'm not editing this because from here on out, I am going to start doing edits and start adding in different clips because I want to also promote different underground artists that give me permission to release some of their songs and music, since we are starting to get a bigger listening group to listen to us. So I am going to do that, but I'm not going to do any editing because I want you guys to understand and feel where I'm coming from. I was ill with that pregnancy, so eventually I resigned from my position at the security company that I was working for, and he was the one that was working. And he wasn't bringing home much, but the fact that he had 2 kids of his own and he still was there with me and mine, even with me being sick, and these wasn't his kids, nor was it his baby that I was carrying, he still went and got everything I craved, was there for my kids. And I felt like not only did he deserve my loyalty, but he deserved for me to go as hard for him as I felt he was doing for us, because he was not obligated. Fast forward, I ended up having my daughter, who will be 15 this month on the 28th, and blessings and blessings and blessings, not going into details, fell upon me. And so, as a woman and as a person who feel that when a person show you that they are loyal to you and they're there for you at your downtime, when you up, you're supposed to embrace every opportunity that you have so that your team can be able to move forward too. And not only your team, but the person who loves you, who was there through thick and thin, you're supposed to show them that you got them the same way they had you. Well, I helped him get situated in his business ventures, and it brought more attention from the ladies because now he was here, but now he's here, and I couldn't understand how he could not see that when you didn't have nothing, what was these same groups of women that was leeching to you when you didn't have nothing? What was these same women who now all of a sudden are in love with the opportunity and you're thinking it's you? Like, I felt like he was just too smart to be allowing himself to do the things or get tied up into the things that he wasn't. Don't get me wrong, we was young. I had to be like 22 or 2 weeks from being 23 because my birthday January the 1st. And, I had already turned 23 and he's 25. And I'm just like, I know we're young, but come on, you're supposed to have some kind of brains, How could you not see that it's not you that they love? So how could you hurt someone who loved you for someone who loved the opportunity of you? I forgave every lie, knowing that every lie hurt it like a stain. It stuck to me. I didn't know how to stop hurting myself. I was hurting myself. I had so many opportunities to walk away from a situation that was breaking me. It started breaking me mentally to the point physically it started showing. I started gaining weight that I had never had. I started not being motivated to go out. Sometimes didn't even want to talk to some friends. I was breaking. And the one person who was supposed to love me and embrace me, who I thought had me, would look at me and watch me break and to tell me, and he'll tell me, I love you. I don't be standing on other women. It's you. You just don't see that. How can you hurt someone and tell them that you love them at the same time? How could you hurt me and don't even try to rectify your actions or correct your way of thinking so that you don't damage something that you're building? So later on in the situation, a few years passed, and I became numb to him. I was in the bed with a stranger. But see, the catch is you guys will think that the stranger was him. The stranger was me. I was so broken, I no longer knew who Shayana was. I no longer knew me. I was so broken, the only thing I seen is a weak, hurt, desperate woman that I had promised myself years ago that I wouldn't be. I think I had become so numb. I would find myself staring off and didn't even know what I was looking at. We have to stop hurting ourselves. We have to stop putting ourselves in situations or allowing ourselves to remain in situations that aren't healthy. Some people say I'm funny acting now. No, I'm not. I'm very protective of me and my heart because I'm loyal. I'm the type that if I date you or if we are having any kind of dealings that involve any intimacy, I am closed off to everyone else. So yes, when things happen or move a certain way between us, I take it differently. I take it personal because all I see is you. I'm not entertaining this person and that person and that person. All I see is you. So whether other people are attracted to me or not, or whether other people are pursuing to date me or not, I don't see anyone but you. So if you are making me feel some kind of way or as if I'm in the way or I may be invading or coming off a little too strong, I move out your way. No longer do I put myself in a situation. Never will I ever again allow myself to be placed in a situation where I hurt myself. See, because when we remain in a turmoil situation, I don't care how you try to decorate it for the outside. We are damaging ourselves. And it makes you to the point where you break mentally. You start withdrawing yourself from friends. You start looking at other people's situations and become envious because you feel like, why don't I deserve that? I love who I love. Why can't I have that? Why can't I have that bond? Why can't we take those trips? Why can't we connect? You know why? Because that's not who for you. That's not who's for you. That's not who's the one that's going to make your smile enhance. That's the person that is an example of who's not appreciative of whatever you may bring. And I understand that person have the right to choose whether or not they want to deal with you in that way or deal with anyone in that way. And sometimes the other person could be going through something too. Maybe the other person have been hurt and damaged, and maybe they are afraid to connect. But either way, I'm very expressive. So if I have expressed to you that, this is what I want to avoid, and you pursue it knowing that I've already laid this on the line, and you know that your intentions are not pure, I have to move back. Because at this point, you don't care about me. You don't care about our friendship. You don't care about our bond. You don't care about none of that. And also, we must learn to know when someone we're dealing with or someone we are becoming attached to or are already attached to or in a relationship with, we must know when they're entertaining others. Anyone who cares about you is not going to listen. Anyone who cares about you can't wait to speak to you, can't wait to talk to you. Even when they're busy, they're going to shoot you a text. They're going to let you know in some way that they're thinking about you, even if they can't talk long term or for periods of times. If you're not hearing from them, it's because it's someone else who's hearing from them. And whenever things seems iffy on the other side or iffy with the direction of what they're dealing with on the other side, then they come running to you because they know that you have feelings for them. So you are like a ego booster. No, don't stroke no one's ego. Stop being so available. This is what I had to preach to myself. Stop being so available. It's okay not to answer. They don't always answer for you. It's okay not to return those text messages. Remember the times that they wasn't texting you. It's okay to put you first. It's okay to walk away. It's okay. It's okay. Because you have shown, you have communicated, you have expressed, and they still did not care. We have to stop hurting ourselves. We have to stop hurting ourselves. It reflects poorly. It distracts you. It takes you off your goal. It blocks your blessings. It makes things just go chaotic in your life, and you don't need the chaos. You don't need the distraction. You don't need the hurt. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. You are worthy. Everyone out there who is listening, you are worthy to have someone who can't wait to say good morning, who can't wait to say good night, who can't wait to check on you during the day to see how your day is going, who can't wait to help motivate and encourage you to do things that your heart has been desired to do. You deserve someone who's going to help push you, help alleviate some of that frustration and stress that you have going on in your life, to help encourage you, to help motivate you, to help mold you to be a better person. You deserve that. You deserve hug, kisses, and random gifts and random flowers. You deserve that. We have to stop taking less than we deserve and trying to make that person be what you know they are not capable of being. Tonight was an eye-opener for me because I had a long talk with my kids' father, the one who I was with for 15 years. We ended up having 2 kids together. Even though I had to go ahead and break away from that relationship, I wrote a book and I kind of switched up some of the stuff in it, but it's kind of reflecting on my life, and it's called Looking Through the Mirror. Hard copies I did put a pause on the printing, and I did just go ahead and get permission to go ahead and print. It would also be a digital book where you guys can also have access to it, but I wrote this book starting in 2008, and I kept putting it down, and finally I finished it. I had it copyrighted earlier this year. But Looking Through the Mirror means a lot to me because it's basically me looking at myself in the mirror and no longer seeing. I didn't see myself no more. I was tired of being that one who was giving all my love and not feeling love. I was tired of being hurt. I was tired of being cheated on. I was tired of feeling like I was letting someone mentally and physically break me down, mentally abuse me. I was tired. I looked in the mirror and seen me for who I am. We are as big as we push ourselves to be in anything in life. Love is beautiful when connected to someone who is equally loving you. I just want to say to you guys tonight, I'm not going to keep you long. I will again do another show with the topic from one of the listeners, and I think it's an awesome topic as well. I'm going to have to get some more of my Snoop Dogg wine for that one. But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave you guys with this on your mind. And I want you guys to DM me on Instagram or to shoot me an email. You can shoot me an email. at Shayana Broussard at classyandthick.com. I want you guys to follow us on Instagram at Shayana B Podcast Show on Instagram and send those messages. But I want to leave you guys with this. In a relationship, you do go through ups and downs. But if it's hurting you more than it's making you smile, is that really love? If it's breaking you more than it's building you, is that really love? If you're depending on that other person to enhance a smile that should already be on your face, is that love? Or are you damaged and don't know how to heal? Are you afraid to be alone because it's you, yourself, that you are running from? We must figure out our truth in order for us to truthfully find what is real for us out there. I love all you guys, and I love you guys for listening and supporting me and for writing and giving us topics for this show and embracing that this love and relationship podcast means so much to me because I've been broken, I've been lifted, I've been broken again. But I never stop believing in I deserve what I deserve. And even through the hurt, I always stay focused on you. And that's how you will begin to heal. Thank you guys for listening to Shayana B's podcast. And I look forward to listening to you guys. Send me those videos in my DM and send me those DM messages on topics and how you feel about the show. Thank you guys for tuning in, and you have an awesome, awesome day.